This was football direction. Yeah, and like I say, I love the records of the country. That's for you, boss. I am the recording.
Let's start.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. To come to my notice, recently we've had, well, I've been a council, we have Karakias. I'm not proficient in any way in Tairua, but I do have an English version. May peace be widespread, may the sea be like greenstone, a pathway for all of us this day. Let us show respect for each other, for one another, bind us together. Thank you. Right, moving on. Apologies, we have one from Kath Whiten. Move and second, please, to receive.
Yes.
To pass. Thank you. Favour?
Aye.
Thank you. Public forum? Who's up first? Joe? Welcome, Joe.
Good morning.
Joe, the chair of the Tairua Pāuanui Regional Ratepayers.
First, there's two things I want to talk about. Firstly is a big thank you for the Tairua trees that we got through the council. We planted 16 trees. It was a group of us that went around, and they're all doing very well. So I have to say thanks very much for that. The second thing is the swimming pontoon application for a further $900 is, I think, on the agenda for today. And I don't know if there's any questions that you need answered before you make that decision, but you to answer questions at what point. As you know, we got $1,000 previously for the resource consent, which hasn't been used yet. We need a further $900 for the environmental report that needs to be written before we can apply for this consent.
I think it's pretty clear cut in nature.
And that's all I got.
Have you guys raised any funds for that?
No, no. Although we were quoted $12,500 to prepare some of the reports, and we are doing a lot of that work. We're getting advice from quite a few people who have been really helpful, but we're doing the legwork as far as putting reports together and putting forms in. So hopefully it won't be to the charge for any of that. At the moment, it's only just $900 for the environmental report. I was out there in my work suit the other day getting seabed samples. I'm doing my best.
Good on you, Joe.
Yeah, that's sort of where we will.
Should be down with a lady, about 7 in the morning, coming on the stairs. So no wetsuits.
Just a quick one, point of clarification around who's writing the reports. Have you got somebody that's
Oh gosh, I can't remember his name. Hilky.
Yeah, it's in the.
it's in the report. It's in the he's the
She has.
she
She knows the area. She's worked with before. She's done. I think what we've done is got in touch with Jeremy Bishop from the Pepe Ridge project, and he has pointed us in direction for the right kind of people to get involved. So they've all so far been really helpful in giving us some time for nothing.
right.
But the next stage is this report.
Thank you, Jane.
Well,
Morning. I've got two items. First one is there's a major issue with the lot of trees and bunch and cut down here. And part of it is the Hopper Reserve. Now, about 5 years ago, we agreed with Lou that we were going to do it. The property owner would cut down the pine trees on the reserve and reinstate it. So we wrote to TCDC and they sent it on to WRC. WRC responded. TCDC have brought this matter to our attention and attended the site on the 17th of October. Waikato Regional Admin monitored the site in accordance with the National Environment Standards for Commercial Forestry. Our inspection showed the slash left on the site complies with the above mentioned regulation and poses minimal risk to houses directly below the site, as per the picture sent. The site currently carries a status of low risk. Furthermore, it is our understanding that the site has been harvested in preparation for an extensive housing development. As part of this project, it's believed that most of the residual slash will be removed. There is no requirement with the regulations that they do so. Therefore, we have limited what we can instruct them to do on the site as it stands now. So I'm sorry to work out Regional Council. So,
I'm not even aware of anything. If you want to do something, go down this road. If you don't want to do something,
yeah, that's right. So what I'm saying is that we wrote to TCDC, they passed it on to WRC, WRC responded. I probably agree with WRC. I think the risk of the slash coming down is, unless we get a gate and there's something like that, it's not like that. Because there's a big valley, if you look at it, there's a big valley over to one side. And it could all come down there, but it'll end up on the road and in the west of the treatment plant, won't end up on the houses. So what we'd like to see is that TCDC get on top of it, actually go to the owner and say, what are you actually doing? What's your plan? Who is it? I don't know who owns it. Nobody seems to know. So we need to find out what's actually going on, because we've got a lot of people members coming to us and saying, what's going on? If you have a look as you drive out, massive.
it's massive, yeah.
Yeah, that was yesterday. My thought was if we get a smoke line, there's going to be a problem.
Yeah, so anyway, so what we want to do is, with their development, we want to incorporate the NHOP reserve and basically just fund it out of native trees or whatever it is, but there should be part of that as part of the development. But if it's 5 years off or something, maybe we come up with a plan in the short term to plant some cars or something like that. But at this stage, it's actually finding out what's going on.
Yeah.
The landowner must be registered somewhere.
Areas are an application then for subdivision or TCDC. Must be sending a Facebook to them, surely.
Exactly. I was shocked when I found it out. Sorry.
So owner's details cannot be given out. Our owner's details of our rental database cannot be given out to members of the public.
No, but TCDC.
I will send an email to the tax team and find out what's happening.
Okay, well, I spoke to Shaban and he spoke to the contractor and the contractor said, oh yeah, we're going to tidy it up. I said, the contractor's gone, all the equipment's gone.
It's before and after tidying up, isn't it? I promise you I'll do it, and then I'm packed up and I'm gone.
Yeah, but I mean, if you walk up to this whole line, it's a massive smash up.
There's a huge amount of stuff here. I saw that yesterday. I thought, what was
Okay, so anyway, I mean, I think it's like this. Get David. Cut the other headquarters. Don't break this.
wastewater.
Yeah, so GCD's can find out, you don't need to know the name, but what's the plan?
Surely they've applied for something, didn't they?
Well, surely they've knocked on TCDC door and said, originally that area up there did have a consent for 250 sites, but it expired about 6 or 7 years ago, 10 years ago. And whether the same person still owns it, I don't know.
That was needed, wasn't it?
It used to be Dean's one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, somebody's got a place down on.
I need the family had to do it for me.
Yeah, that was the other one, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
and one of the brothers of someone got control of most of it, the rest of the family tried to take it to board. It's a trial, so we don't need to be that joking. So we just need to find out what's going on. Second item is the Broadway Point program. 2.5 years we've been asked the roofs to be done on the ramp so people don't slip over all the time. Someone's going to break a leg, seriously hit it back. And nothing's happened. We bring it up every 3 months, nothing happens. As of recently been water blasted in preparation to get it done, but I did speak to a person down there that was contracting to the council. And he said, we can't do it because the dust is a nuisance. But those days are gone. Concrete cutters these days have a water jet, and they have a bag, they can actually pick up the dust. So,
Are they going to groove it or something?
yeah, put some grooves or something else.
Look, I can probably cut this pretty short. I've taken up the all concerns with council, and I understand a report has gone to Derek, and there it lies. So we will wait on Derek to come back with a recommendation.
Yeah,
Right, thanks.
yeah, thanks. Just 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Stretching it a little bit.
You get the slime on the rent, same as we get on the one over on the other side of Tairua, and then it becomes like glass, is that your,
Yeah.
that's your issue, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you just want to prove it.
Yeah. Especially if it's got a green on it, it's not even.
Yes, I will do my best to find out.
Before, just through the chair, you got an AGM next on Monday for the ratepayers?
Yeah.
Any information you're requiring the board to prepare for that?
Yes. When are we going to get some red chip seal done in our community? Nothing's been done for 10 years. And we've been trying to find out if there's a budget available, and we're just not getting any answers.
Okay.
Hey, well, Bridget, good morning.
Good morning. Hello, I'm Bridget McKechnie from the Pāuanui Sports and Recreation Club. So I've just come down this morning to reinforce our application that we've made to the Discretionary Fund. Some money to support our annual summer festival that we have every year. We normally get some sort of funding through TCDC, but obviously this year that's been focused on some of those funding avenues. So we were hoping that the discretionary fund can come to our aid. We're definitely noticing that in this current economic climate, a lot of our normal sponsors and local business communities are struggling to give us the support that they have in the past because money is just very tight for everyone. And because the summer festival is such a crucial economic boost for the whole town, because the summer's a busy time anyway, but it benefits all of the local community, the retail, the accommodation, the eateries. We're just really hoping that we can get some support. We can put on for really well. Got any questions? I've given email details about the budget and figures.
Yeah, well, we're just looking at those.
Very thorough.
Yeah. Can I just ask you a question? I see there's 15K for salaries for staff or wages.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's spread across all those different events.
Yes, and the club itself, because of the amount of increased patronage we get, typically when events are run at the club.
Yeah.
So things like Mr. Pāuanui, for example, is based at the club, and a huge number of communities sort of get a lot of additional staff on the day, as well as we rely a lot on volunteers, and we are finding again that that's becoming harder and harder to get people to volunteer their time. We are having to pay a lot, and we've had in the past with these things up and running.
Don't think that's unusual.
No.
Yeah, so have you got people, are you confident you can find staff that you need?
Yes, we are recruiting at the moment, and a lot of those key events have a very loyal positive base things that can be mounted.
Yeah.
One that goes up the mountain. A lot of volunteer work goes in getting that track ready, making sure it's safe, running the course, keeping everybody out of the danger there. So no, I think we're confident at this stage that we will, but yeah, any excess.
Are there any other speakers from public forum? Okay, I'll so move that the Tairua Pāuanui Community Board receives Chairperson of Region and which Kidney. And move the second, please. We're on that move, but second, Terry, all in favour?
Aye.
Thank you. Item 1.4, any items not on the agenda? Being none. 1.5, any conflict of interest? Does anyone have a conflict of interest? No? 1.6, Minister confirmation. Motion being that Tairua Pāuanui Community Board confirms the 9th of September 2024 Tairua Pāuanui Community Board minutes as a true and correct record of proceedings. Can I have a movement? Can I have a second, please?
Yeah.
So move. Any amendments or corrections? Hearing none. All in favour? Aye. Yes. Aaron, 2.1. Discretionary fund request.
Proposed road name.
Road rain, that's.
Okay.
Your name on it over here. Yeah, on my first one is up there.
Yes.
Okay, they're going up for part 2. Proposed road name, the extensions up there on SMS subdivision, Tairua.
Yes,
Jane?
good morning, members.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Through you, Mr. Chair, if I can take my report as read, I'm happy to answer any questions that the board may have.
I don't have any questions. I've read through it. I'm quite happy to go with the recommendation that it be Waitoko.
Yeah.
Any other discussion on it, gentlemen?
No.
Was that their recommendation?
Yes, what's the preferred choice?
Yes, that was the preferred choice through the chair.
And it's the name for the Māori name for the creek that's commonly known as Grant Creek.
Yeah. Looks like any name change on the creek.
Okay.
What? Yeah, I don't have any further questions on that. So I'll move that the Tairua Community Board receives the RMA 2024/146 proposed road name of 2917 Main Road Tairua report dated 25th September. And 2, that it recommends the council that it approve option 1, which is the preferred option being the proposed road name of Waitoko Way for the new public road identified as Road 2 and being part of Lot 53 Road to Vest as part of the subdivision of 297 Main Road Tairua. Can I have a second?
Yes.
All in favour?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was easy.
Talk us through.
How much longer before they finish that road?
I don't know, gee, they carved that hell up, don't they?
I know, it drives all past my house. Lemon egg, been a year of trucks.
Can I get 2.1 now?
2.2.
Discretionary fund.
Discretionary. You got different numbering.
I have.
I'm on the run sheet.
Well, who wrote my run sheet?
Got updated on
2.2. Discretionary funds.
Okay, I'll take the report as being read. Is there any questions?
It's
Do you want to go through each
Sorry,
and make a decision?
Yeah, one at a time.
Okay,
Yes.
Tairua Heritage Society, $3,000.
That's for the show.
Yeah. All right. No problem.
All right, okay. Pāuanui Sports and Recreation Club, 15,000.
Nah, then.
And agreements of 15,000.
Yeah, no, they need to support it. They've had it previously, so I don't have a problem with it.
Tairua Residents Ratepayers Association, 900.
Yeah, I think they're going to keep doing that. That's a lot of work they got to do to get something. It's becoming harder.
We've got to get Joey out.
They gotta
Let's
do
see it again.
So agreements, $900.
Yes.
Pāuanui Pāuanui Ratepayers Residents Association, 360.
That's something.
Okay.
Great to hear that.
Okay. Okay, so all of those amounts to $19,260, which now leaves the board $7,406 in the discretionary fund.
I'm happy to move.
And second that.
They're all in favour?
Aye.
Okay.
As easy as that.
Haven't got much left.
Enjoy it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Terry's England.
We struggle to get out of now.
So we should. Page 5.
In 4, 3, 2. Pāuanui Community Board, CAPEX program 24-25.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Yeah, Barry?
Good morning, Mr. Chair and Council, Community Board members. Luke Archibald here, Program Manager, reporting for you today. As indicated last meeting, this is back to the normal cycle of reporting for you. Slight tweak being that we've broken it down now by delivery team. So the blue banners show you which team is delivering which projects. But we're back to the standard sort of RAG status reporting for you. I'll take the report as read and is available for any questions.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Luke. Yeah, just start off with the Pāuanui wastewater treatment odour control. It talks about that shipments coming in at the end of October. Are we on track for that stuff?
There was a slight delay with immigration import process. We're delayed by about a week, but it's not going to affect the overall deliverable of the project.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
It'll be up and running for the Christmas influx.
That's correct.
Oh, yeah, all right.
It's the second biggest project in the long-term plan we've got.
It's expensive.
The design oversight.
And at the original,
Should have been in.
is this one guaranteed to work?
I don't think there's any guarantees with this sort of thing. We've got to put it in place and see if the advice given in this design delivers the outcome we're seeking. But we're pretty confident.
Okay. So the copyright domain, any further, this is the toilet block. Are we any further down the track on that?
So tender packages close soon for all of them. So we put it out as a single tender to the two main companies. We're waiting for that to close, and then we'll assess those tenders and provide a further update in the next meeting.
Luke, can I just ask, is there a, is it 2 toilets or 1 toilet? I can't remember.
That's just,
3. I just asked, is a wheelchair toilet included?
Yeah.
That's what my question was. Really?
Yeah, I think I heard that. So it is a like-for-like replacement, but ensuring that we deliver modern equivalents essentially. So the what you've got there now is what you'll get back, but a modern version of is what we're looking at.
thank you. We have seen the plan. I don't know, have a look at it. Yeah, that was,
Yeah, something like that.
yep, quite adequate at this stage.
So the next question, if I may, is the Pāuanui, is it Chelmsford Place Playground renewals? Chelmsford, is it? Just clarification, this is not the Pāuanui skateboard issue, it's another area totally. So there's an assessment for that work to be in September. They've done that, obviously.
Sorry, yep. So the assessment has been done and we're just working on a plan for the components that need to be renewed. It's a minor renewal project, so we're just looking at the different play components, which ones are near end of life and need to be replaced.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
That's not it.
Can't see it. It's on here.
It's not on my print.
It's up to the renewals.
Luke, through the chair, Luke, we just had the board chair from Pāuanui, the board chair, the Ratepayer Association, talking about some improvements on the Rawbilly Point concrete, and the chair said that there was some work being done by Derek. Do you know where that sits at the moment?
I don't know where it sits, but I can follow that up and provide an update for you.
Thank you. We've got a meeting with them on the AGM next Monday. It'd be great if that could happen between this time and then.
Okay, so Roaring Billy, I'm just making sure I'm hearing it correct.
Yeah.
Slippery ramp, just what a roar.
Gotcha. Okay, we'll follow that up in that time frame for you.
Thank you.
Well, I can't see. I mean, I've been on a couple of meetings ago now. I've been talking about a missing picnic table on the foreshore Paku. All I've got left there at the moment is a naked concrete slab. They removed table that was that deteriorated, and I've been asking for a replacement. Now I hope that we're going to get it replaced by Christmas.
Labour weekend would have been nice.
And I just don't get an answer. Yes, right alongside, it's the first one alongside the ablution block there on the foreshore. Yeah. And it's a very popular area come the summertime.
So through the chair, sorry, could you clarify the location of the picnic table that's missing? I just broke up, sorry.
Paku Esplanade foreshore, right alongside the ablution. It's the first table that was alongside the ablution block there.
Right, okay. So that would likely be a renewal through the Parks and Reserves renewals budget. I'll query that with Derek and confirm where that is sitting in regards to a replacement.
Derek, he seems to be the holder.
Yeah, Luke, just another one. We just had a request for a follow-up on the red chip seal for Pāuanui roads. Apparently that's had some issues around delivery or storage or supply. Can you give us any commentary on that, or can you follow that up?
Yes, I can follow that up for you. It's not within the as an individual project, but I'll follow it up and provide an update.
That's great. And again, if we have that by next Monday too, that information would be fantastic because it's part of the discussion. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, they used to do that every 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. Even stockpiling. Well, I can remember that. Well, we said it's all have a stock. But of course, the island's not owned by, it used to be owned by Hobbit Development.
Yeah.
It's no longer.
Well, did it?
Yeah.
The Callum's on.
Yeah. Anyway, that's historic. You know, I don't know what's going on. It's an eggs.
Paul, carry on. Just back to the Tairua Pāuanui footpath rehabilitation. Is that affected by the NZTA funding reduction?
Just looking for that in the renewals. Got it. So my understanding is that Ed is proposing through to council how to best mitigate the impact of the NZTA reduction in funding. There's no firm decision at this point on how that will be delivered. And so once I know what the outcome of that is, then we can provide an update in regards to the impact on the footpath rehabilitation. I know Ed is working hard to essentially minimise the impact on the existing program.
And does that carry over to the streetlights as well, Luke?
Yeah, any project that has partial NZTA funding will potentially be impacted. But like I said, Ed's working hard to minimise that.
And is that the 51% we're talking about, is it? Is that what the reduction is?
That's my understanding, but I'm not in the road space for that. So I can confirm that with Ed, but that would be my understanding at this point.
Thank you.
I see in the park reserve renewals, there's one there that says due to health and safety concerns, set of steps is being replaced. I think somebody should be looking at the ones at the end of Pines Road as well.
This is the walkway up from the reserve.
Yeah, that is.
How is that going? Is that up to speed?
So I had two voices spoke at once and it cut out for me. Sorry, can you repeat the query?
Mount Karakia, the steps that have been put in from the reserve, Memorial Reserve up to Mount Karakia. They've got it shut off building that stairway up there. Do you have an update on that?
I don't have a update beyond what's in the report, but I can provide one afterwards for you.
As far as I'm aware, Ruby said that they had completed those steps.
Right.
We can check, Luke and I can double check.
Well, seeing it's a health and safety issue, we need to look at ones at the end of Pine Road as well.
Pine Road?
Because they're bloody deadly.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
These are the ones down.
Right off the end of Pine Road. I'll defy you to walk down there with that, having to grab hold of the handrail.
Well,
The concrete ones.
these are concrete.
Yeah, that bloody one.
Down the main road.
They've got a slope on the.
Not the other way, not the other ones down past the cemetery.
No, the one straight off the end of Pine Road. It's been like it since the development we know. That should have been addressed years
I
ago.
haven't walked up there recently.
It should have been addressed years ago.
But I noticed here that we're getting our rubbish bins replaced. 7 bins and stands have been purchased for planned replacement. I take it that is in the Tairua Town Centre?
It will be targeted at the bins that are at the end of life that are due for replacement. And if they're in the town centre, then you're correct.
Yeah.
The end of life. In what way? Yeah, any idea what they're going to be? Are they the same sort of bin?
I don't have detail on the type of bin, unfortunately, for you today. I would hazard a guess that it would be a similar style as to what you've already got. They're a standard sort of bin that suppliers provide.
And that's something that will be done before Christmas?
I can feed that back through to the parks team as a request from the board.
Okay. Well, it's a bit of work. I see going to be done in the cemetery as well. So all sounds good.
Yes, through the chair, we're trying to give you more details so that you've got a better understanding through these reports on the work that's underway.
Yeah, I was in the dark because I've just been given a comprehensive copy. The one I got didn't have anything on it, so you bear with me. There's some signs. Looks pretty good.
Good thing it's a Rory boat ramp consent thing. How many boats actually use that boat ramp?
It's more intensity, but I think it's quite a shallow,
It's very
isn't it?
Yeah. There is a concrete ramp there, but
Yeah, I know, but, yeah, but,
I've never seen a boat on.
no, not a lot.
Maybe jet skis.
I've been here 40 years.
Yeah, no, but.
I've been there, but there's quite a few trails in there.
Okay. It's
But it's very much driven by, the size of the boat and the size of.
yeah.
Just for the benefit of our guests up here, I see in the planning stage, planned work to include is the replacement of 3 signs, 2 at the operational cemetery and 1 at the historic cemetery. Replacement of 1 walkway post at the historic cemetery. The replacement of 35 bollard line at the operational cemetery. Replacement of 90 metres of fence at the operational cemetery. Program is hoped to be completed by the second quarter of 2025. We will wait and see.
That's what this is.
Okay, is there anything else?
I don't think the network agenda, but the,
Thank you.
rugby field,
Have you feel?
the rugby field, I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
We can give you an update on it. So on Thursday, Siobhan has said that he spoke with the contractors and the soil is still too wet to do what they need to do with it.
Okay, that's
And that's
great.
because they can't tarp it to keep it dry because of where it is. And they have sprayed it, but if it was a secure area, they could have tarped it to help keep it dry and then they could get it spread.
You will be aware that the little ones are in there at the moment making tunnels and having a little ball at one end of it.
Okay, so
It's
that's
a bit of a playground.
a health and safety issue. We need to follow that up.
They probably need to check the fence around it and then check the path over.
So you see, at this stage, then, it doesn't look like they're going to get this field done, sown, ground and sown for until what, next autumn?
Supposed to be done before the ground
It
season.
was supposed to be done, but unfortunately, they've said it won't spread. The soil, with it being wet, it won't spread the way it needs to be spread. They haven't actually given me a new time frame, but they're going to reassess it again next week. So I can update the board after that.
I don't know why they put the chuck the tarp over it.
Anything else, now? I also move that the Tairua Pāuanui Community Board receives the report dated Tairua Pāuanui Community Board CAPEX Work Program 24-25, other operational information updates dated 1 October 2024. Have a second, please.
Yep.
Thank you. Moving on to action schedule. Right, Luke's still here, is he?
Yes, yes.
Is he?
Still here.
Hey. First up, the grants policy.
And so where are we with that? Luke was putting that together. How far down the track is coming back with that report?
Dean's online.
Yeah, Dean's online to talk to this if you'd like him to.
Hey, board. Good morning, Warwick and board. Terry, did you just ask about the updated grants policy?
No, about the council looking into raising concerns for interest charges over the council-owned halls.
Insurances.
Yeah.
Insurance.
Yeah. Okay. So it is connected to the grants policy, because as a part of the review of the grants policy, we've identified that we should look at how we manage halls. The time frame for coming back to council on the grants policy was February or March next year. We're probably going to be more like March, April now, because we need to do that piece of work around the halls as well. So that's the time frame before you'll see something, Terry.
I thought that's pushed out a bit, Dean. You talked about doing this as a bit quicker than that, didn't you? It was really, there was a concern across all community boards that these halls should be made available and organised in a way that they can have all those things like insurances and costs covered, and then the wires have to wait for the grants side of it.
So the piece of work, the review work, was always going to be done by the property team, led by the property team, and they were going to do it this financial year. What we've actually done is sped it up by including it as part of the grants work. And as long as we get it reported and decided upon by March or April next year, then we've still got plenty of time for the annual plan, the next LTP, because it'll be the next LTP where if there are changes, we'll need to make those changes to how we manage things.
Sounds like Melbourne good to me. Politicians.
So we're going to have, obviously, when as the next year rolls around, the halls, in our case, at home in Tairua, are still going to have the same $7,000.
Yeah.
For rates, students.
Yeah, so through the chair, I'll just try and clarify that again. Sounds like I didn't hit the mark. At the moment, all of your halls are treated inconsistently across the district. They're all treated on an individual basis. So there's no consistency, but there are existing 3-year agreements in place for each of them. What we're looking to do is to develop a new policy, work alongside those hall committees, check that we've got it right, and then adopt the new policy so that when we come to the next LTP, all of those halls can be treated in a consistent way. So we're still well on track for the timeframes for that.
He can provide some relief now.
Right. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Dean.
The bureaucrats will.
The next one I'd like to discuss, which is closed, which is a concern, but I need to understand, is the Tairua Reserve.
The reservoir.
The reservoir roof.
Yeah.
Was that the $1 million project? When was the $1 million came through council just recently? I can't remember how much.
That was just a replacement of the roof on.
For the roof, yeah.
This wasn't
$1 million. Let's take another reservoir. There's another one that's been updated. The big money, isn't it?
Yeah, this was just a wooden roof.
This is our budgeted funding request that was approved by council. And it says it's going to be done by the summer period, this peak season this year. Are you aware of where we are?
No, I have asked, at the last meeting I asked, because as far as I understand, one of the reservoirs is out of action.
Needs to be going.
But I notice here in this report, there's 3 that need repairing up there. So the priority we have to. So can you give us an update on what's going on up there?
Yeah. So through the chair, yeah. As soon as I saw that it was sitting down here, we'll make sure it's lifted up into the CAPEX projects update because it's now a approved project. One of my project managers is dealing with this one. The work has been issued to the contractor. The work is underway, and so we're on track to deliver within that time frame.
So are they redoing 3 of them?
Yeah, there were a number of failures in the district on this type of water reservoir, so we've bundled them up as a single project to repair all 3 at once.
There's not 3 in Tairua.
That's not my understanding that it's all three in Tairua.
The three excellent,
Yeah, district wide.
We have an assurance here that we're not going to have a water restriction summer.
Yeah, the work is underway and it's on track to be delivered before the peak period.
Thank you. Anything there is?
but those reservoirs to me still seem to be.
So the next one should be closed because you received it.
Yeah, and the security cameras.
Security cameras will be discussing it with the ratepayers this afternoon and next week.
Yep. So are we happy with that? We're finished with Luke, haven't we?
The last one there, I think you got an email outlining the items.
Yeah,
For the program.
I asked a question about
Have you had
the
some?
cemetery. Well, I guess I've just seen it in this extended, what they're doing at the cemetery.
Oh, right.
The
No.
bollards and signage and
But what else unaccomplished for last year? Anything else? Was it just the cemetery or was it other work?
oh, we asked about a wall. How long ago was that?
A columbarium wall?
Yeah, at least
3-4 years ago.
oh,
Through the chair, did we get a retained earnings number for Tairua Pāuanui?
Yes, we did. Was 300. That's for you.
the talk about the wall.
Retained earnings of 350,000.
I understand Paul Carr was looking at these walls right through the district. And they've never come back to say,
We can follow that up for. It's probably a cost factor associated.
maybe I'll ask that. You know, there are some that would like a wall, put the ashes in rather than. Something over there.
We can follow that up with Paul.
Okay, anything else on the actions? Dean's got his hand up. Dean?
Hey, Warwick, sorry, third time lucky. I've just read the update again, and what I had indicated is that there was a report going to council in October that we would share with you. The report wasn't ready for October. We expect it to be ready for either November or December, so we can still share that with the boards as it goes.
Thank you. I did request a regular report similar to the rain report that Eileen puts out. It was facts and church, so we knew where we were. What's happening, what hasn't happened. So that's something we can
work on that. Yep.
because we'd really like to know what's going on out there with Parks and Reserves. Would certainly help.
Through the chair, annual plan projects for 24, 25. Eileen, is there any request when they can be forwarded?
Sorry?
Projects for the annual plan, next year's annual plan?
I'm not sure. Do we have that information when submissions can be made for the annual plan?
Yeah, through the chair, the process has been, there's been a query in regards to this that went through to the CE. The Risk and Assurance Committee report that I'm presenting on the 24th, so Thursday, provides an indication around a process to look at any initiatives that want to be considered for funding going forward for next annual plan.
Risk and assurance.
Right. Thank you, Luke. No more business on the action schedule. Also move that the Tairua Pāuanui Community Board receives the action schedule report dated 9th September 2024. And second, please. Favour? Aye. Thank you very much. 3.4, report to exclude the public. Very one report. Oh, we just have a report. Bear with me. We want to do what? A verbal report. And then lots of things. Verbal report. I attended in person the council meeting where you know that the Tairua River Trail was on the agenda. It was last Tuesday. I did present our board's view and report, and support rather. There was some discussion ensued mainly concerning the possibility of the liability. But I am very pleased to see that this was adopted by the council to proceed with the MOU, which will allow the Hikawai District Trust to begin fundraising and construction of stage 4 of the trail. They've received an invitation to attend the AGM of the Pāuanui Resident Ratepayers Association on Monday of later weekend, which I will attend. I've mentioned the fact that we look at this naked concrete slab over in Parkridge Sports School. It's nearly 12 months since we had an on-site meeting with Parks and Reserves. About this time last year that we met with them, trying to do something about our town centre and tidy up. Other than a volunteer group that got out there and did some cleaning up, I have to say, precious little has happened since. I don't know how well, I hope we'll have another meeting. That should all try and get something sorted out before Christmas. I guess it's, as I say, it's on our doorstep now, isn't it? Some comments about the fireworks. I've had some people approach me about the future viability of our fireworks. It's quite a costly thing. Fireworks have gone up. $3,500 for the mail out is quite a sum. So we're up around 15 grand, and some are telling me that money could be better spent elsewhere on other projects in town, other than shake up and puff a smoke in 10 minutes. So it's just food for thought. It's
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
8 minutes, 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. But, you know, times are hard, so it's just something we should be looking at perhaps next year. I've also been reminded that our rates have gone up $1,000 on an average, $1,000 since 2022.
And they're going up again.
And, you know, again, people are saying, and rightly so, what's happening? What are we getting? And look, they're not unique. It's right through the country. I was talking to someone, a ratepayer at home, and they would have a property in Wellington. Their rates are over 9 grand. So that rate, plus the money you've got here, it's getting pretty expensive. That's my lot. So somebody,
You move it, we'll see.
I say move my report. On the second, please. Yep. Thank you. Right, 3.4. Report to Exclude the public.
Thank you, Ricky.
Yeah. Okay, I'll say move that the Tairua Pāuanui Community Board Move to exclude the public. A local government official information and meetings act. Can I have a second, please?
Yep.
Aye. Still in favour,